Amit, one of the focal areas of Amazon, and you have been talking about it, is MSMEs or the small enterprises that make up your ecosystem. How has your strategy or your program to scale them up changed in the world that we face now?
So our strategy has always been very focused on things that matter to customers. And we know that customers care about vast selection of products, getting great value on them, and getting it delivered fast and reliably. And the way we make this happen is by providing tools to empower hundreds and thousands of and millions globally of selling partners, as we call them, so that they can offer anything that the customer wants. They can reduce cost of operations by using our technology and offer great value and use our logistics infrastructure to deliver it fast and reliably. That's kind of the core part of our business model. So if you think about the post-COVID world, uh, our core strategy of selection, price, and convenience is more relevant than ever before. Our core strategy of empowering um, selling partners to serve customers from the safety of their home is more relevant than ever before. So I would say that our strategy remains the same. I think the one nuance that I would probably call out that this event or this crisis has brought to the fore is we have more than 6 lakh sellers on the Amazon marketplace. And if you went ahead and asked them how do they use Amazon, I would bet that most of them use Amazon to expand their reach. So they want to reach out to customers they cannot reach today in their catchment, either regionally, nationally, or globally. I think with this crisis, they would want to use us to reach their customers even locally. Just because of social distancing, footfalls will have to be supplemented with an online presence. And that is one of the reasons why we accelerated one of the products we have been working on for a while. We had about 5,000 sellers in pilot, which we call local shops on Amazon. And that gives you tools that are fine tuned for allowing a seller to service customers that otherwise would have walked into the store. So it allows them to both serve in their store and to serve on Amazon. So I would point that out as an example of a more recent innovation to adjust our strategy a little bit, but the core element of the strategy remains the same.
Space that you talked of, these 6 lakh vendors that you mentioned, they are the exactly the same people who have got squeezed, a sample of this people who got squeezed because of the demand that has disappeared from the economy after the shutdown. So how has Amazon dealt with this family of vendors, as it were? How have you worked to kind of stabilize them and kind of hold them in there till the crisis abates, or now that the lockdown is being wound down?
The first segment of actions were very much in order to make sure that we reduce the worry that they have. So many of them have products in warehouses or somewhere in the network. We wanted to make sure that they're not worried about cancellation fees. They're not worried about storage fees. We're not worried about uh, claims on their account because they haven't been able to deliver the product. So just the basics so that we remove those worries. Trying to make sure that working capital is accessible to them when they were able to start. We were in constant touch with our selling partners. And I'm really impressed the support that we got from them, appreciating why this is important for the nation, why they need to stand on the sidelines for a little bit while we keep our citizens safe, get the essentials to them. And the people who were dealing with essentials were able to jumpstart their operations and start serving them because the lockdown allowed Amazon to provide essential products to customers. Now that the lockdown has given the much needed relief so that they can serve all products, we've done a few things. We have reduced their fees by 50% for a period of time so that they can actually get relief for a longer period while they get their business back into shape. We've changed some of our policies like disbursement policies to be daily disbursements because we don't want their working capital to be held for any longer than a day, even though their products may not have reached yet. So we are trying to improve the cycle of capital rotation for them so that the working capital is taken care of. We started picking from all their stores, from their warehouses. So we actually hired thousands of seasonal workers to add more capacity dealing with some of the labor issues that we had. to get them started so that they do not have to wait for fully productive capacity to be there in place. So I think these are some of the examples of actions that we have taken. I think at the end of the day, sellers care about getting sales and getting their revenues back on track. And I'm very, very excited when I just look at the first 2 days. We are already seeing them seeing anywhere from 50 to 100% greater demand than pre-COVID. So clearly there is significant pent-up demand.